Art the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Smacked Raw Podcast, official recap of AEW Dynamite. My name is Kyle Tyson. I am joined by Mr. Kevin Crazy and Katie. Katie still. All right.
Katie.
Katie, man. How you guys doing
Yes.
tonight?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, man. Happy you guys to join me again. You guys may recognize these guys from the Raw recap. So lucky to have you guys on 2 shows consecutively. How awesome is
You
that?
really are.
It's because you're the only ones available.
Oh, Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I'll just leave. I'll see you.
We're-
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Put our shit on blast like that again, Kyle. See what happens.
We want to say hello to everybody that's watching us in the live chat over here on the Twitch channel, The Standing Streamer. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can be notified every time that we go live, and that also he goes live with his show, Putting You Over, which always features a ton of wrestling guests that I'm personally super jealous of that they have not been on my show yet. Another thing about us, we are the exclusive recap show for WrestlingNewsWorld.com. It's an awesome website featuring very talented writers and other podcasts as well. Make sure to bookmark their page and maybe even check out their premium content where you can get those exclusives. But nah, man, we're here to talk Dynamite, man. We had a pretty stacked show, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Tag Team Appreciation Night. How'd you feel it represented the tag team division tonight?
That was one thing I thought was kind of weird. Not that I necessarily thought it was a huge deal, but like they had a singles match as the freaking,
They had,
main
I think,
event.
3 singles matches tonight. They had just as many singles matches as they did tag team matches.
Yeah, I don't necessarily care about that. I mean, that's whatever. I thought there was going to be more tag matches, but like that just felt a little weird to me. That's all.
Yeah. What'd you think, Katie?
I definitely liked the amount of like tag teams, but like Kevin was saying, a singles match ended the night when it should have been a tag team match.
Yeah.
I felt like Tag Team Appreciation Night was just the segment that we had with FTR, the Bucks, Rock and Roll Express, and Arn and Tully. I feel like that's the only reason. I don't think it had anything to do with highlighting tag team matches. Because, I mean, to be fair, if you took away the whole moniker Tag Team Appreciation Night, kind of did just feel like another episode of Dynamite with a badass main event.
Pretty much.
So I don't know.
I mean,
think
there were 2 title matches tonight too.
there were
Back to back.
three title matches.
What was the women's one?
I believe so. I think she
Was it okay?
I don't know. It was really fast.
Yeah.
It's literally, I think my notes for that match is like a compilation of like 7 words.
Same.
Yeah.
7 random words.
Like Sheeta retains something Monroe. I think Heather Monroe was the
Heather Monroe.
Like, yeah, I think that was the whole thing of my notes.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys ever miss a live stream from us, you can find us at youtube.com/SmackDraw Podcast. Also, the audio version is found pretty much wherever you can listen to your podcast. Katie, what's your favorite podcast platform?
Spotify.
We're on it. Kevin.
I don't know. Pandora?
God, dude,
I don't know.
Every week with this, dude, how do you not get how this works? How do you not get how this works? You just
I understand.
name a podcast platform, and then I say we're on it. That's it.
Well,
Damn it, Kevin.
Google Play.
What'd you say? Google Play? We're on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Way
All
to
right,
go.
sorry.
We'll
Sorry.
pick it up, man.
I'll stop botching it. I promise.
We're going to have a
Drop
talking
it,
to
Kev.
behind the scenes, man. I promise you. Hey, listen, you guys. Lastly, if you want to support the show, please head on over to our Patreon. We have a list of rewards and benefits for you guys who are over there. We have actually 2 new tiers, I think, that are going to be added very soon. Maybe exclusive content. I think I'm going to start putting the Smacked After Dark on there for exclusive content. And then also, I got t-shirts coming in. I found out the cost of the shirts, so I just got to make sure they're up to par, and we will have a t-shirt tier here very soon. But yeah, head over to patreon.com/SmackDraw Podcast. Speaking of
Hey,
which,
just Bret the Hitman Hart.
wrong one. We got a couple new patrons that joined us over the last I think like 2 days. Let me go ahead and pull them up. I'll read them off really quick. Don Austin went ahead and became a new patron. He signed up for the DDT tier. TC from Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, go check them out. He signed up in the Rest Hold tier. Timothy Armstrong, I believe your brother.
Yeah, that's my bro. Thanks, bud.
The DDT tier. And then finally, Taylor Massey. She dropped a whopping $10 for the Top Rope Spanish Fly tier.
Nice.
So we'll be hearing from her then.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, funny thing too. Apparently, when I made the Patreon, apparently I'm illiterate as shit. So the Top Rope Spanish Fly tier actually read the Top Rope Spanish Fly, and that's what it's been for like the last 2 weeks, and I had no idea.
It happened.
I almost kind of like it.
Yeah, almost. I fixed it promptly. Like I fixed it on the phone. Was like, refresh your page. Yeah, it's done. Oh man. Okay, man. Okay, enough of the plugs. Enough of the banter. Let's get into this recap.
Yeah.
So, what did we kick off the show tonight with, Katie?
It was Bucks versus Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
Yeah, talk us through this match. What'd you think of it?
Not surprising that Dark Order decided to attack the Bucks in the beginning. I mean, that's kind of just their type of move right now. It was a good match. I liked them kind of isolating each Buck at one point. Like, good tag team between Uno and Grayson. And I think, if I'm looking at my notes right, Nick gets a roll-up pin, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Kevin, what do you think of the outcome?
It was the whole match. I wanted the Dark Order to win so bad.
Same here.
You know,
goddamn, I was so like, mad.
Like I was rooting for him the whole time. Like forgot.
Dude, they had Matt Jackson isolated in the entranceway. That's your out.
Yeah,
that's your out. That's how you get a win while protecting the Bucks.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. They the Bucks got lucky in this one. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like if you look at it from like a kayfabe standpoint,
no, fuck that. They had plot armor. That's what they had. Right? Fuck that shit.
What I'm saying is that like I felt like to Katie's point, the Dark Order was just really good tag team wrestling, being able to isolate those guys from time to time, you know, and it was beautiful, you know. And I forgot how much I freaking liked Evil Uno, man. That guy is incredible. Can we
talk about one of his signature moves where he catches a kick and hands it to the ref to hit a neck breaker?
That was so good.
Come on, man.
That was so good. Yeah.
I've been loving that move. I always forget to call it out. I made sure to write it in my notes to call it out tonight.
Yeah. But I mean, it was predictable that the Bucks would win, and nothing wrong with the Bucks, but like just the way that the story they were telling in the ring, it was like, God damn, the Dark Order could really win this, you know.
This was the perfect excuse for them to win. They had the outside interference. They had Matt Jackson isolated, because now you just make the Dark Order, like beforehand, people already kind of criticizing them for being incompetent with the exclusion of maybe like 2 or 3 members. And this just really drives that home. Yep. Like, oh man, I'm not one to say like they're buried, but dude, this really fucking was like, you could have given them this win, and It doesn't matter. You can transition the Bucks to FTR, and nobody is hurt, you know, from this. But no, they still give the Bucks the win. I fucking hated the outcome. I absolutely.
See, I'm surprised. Like I said on Monday, like, I'm a huge fan of the Bucks. I love the Bucks.
Yeah.
But Dark Order had a lot of momentum coming into this, so I was surprised the Bucks came out with a win. But I mean, for later on in the night, like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, I guess.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Well, I felt like that a win for the Dark Order would help them a lot more than a loss for the Bucks would hurt them.
And
at
I
this
agree.
Point, you know, that's all. And Yeah, I mean, that's it. I guess that's my only point. There you. I'll stammer on more if you want me to, though.
I mean, if you really want to,
No,
go ahead.
so I'll get to one thing that popped up in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and move over to NJF. Dark Order, this coming from the standing stream, it says Dark Order is going to snap soon. There's somebody higher than Brody and is about to blow it up soon, essentially. Do you think, I heard a theory a while ago that Brody's just antagonistic way of running the Dark Order is going to cause them to turn on him and expel him from the group.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, the Dark Order was much better under Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. Like, I much preferred the Dark Order running under them. I
don't know
do you think
if
there's any truth to that? You think that's what we could see?
I don't know if I prefer it, but I could definitely see that with the way that Brody Lee is running the Dark Order. Like, be like an insurrection or some shit with like maybe Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. Who knows? You know what I mean? Or maybe somebody else. But yeah, I could totally see that because Brody Lee is a straight up fucking fascist when it comes to the Dark Order. So, you know.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Hey, are we froze, by the way, in the live stream? I'm looking at the stream right now, and it looks like we're froze.
Nah, it's not frozen. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, cool. Maybe it's just on my end. My iPad, for some reason, struggles with this shit. But okay, cool. Going forward, did y'all see the whole thing where MJF paid homage to the time that he was shoved by Samoa Joe during his entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He recreated that. I caught that right away, man. I thought that was awesome. I knew it too when I saw him walking. I was like, watch, that guy's gonna try to walk in front of him. Yeah, that was funny. Poor Nina really catches
Right?
the ire of MJF every week. I imagine he's not winning any fans with the female demographic.
Oh,
No.
God, no.
Katie, you're not really into this MJF guy?
No, listen, MJF is a prick.
Oh.
We all know he's a prick. He's a fantastic heel, but I just can't. I can't with him.
Oh, man.
Hashtag MJF 2020, man.
No.
I'm into it. I love MJF. I've loved him from the jump.
I do admire somebody who can be so visceral on the mic. Until of course they turn it on you. It's always cool to watch other people catch the beating.
Well, I just like his commitment to his character and frankly kayfabe in a world where kayfabe kind of doesn't exist. It does for MJF, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't give a shit. He'll say anything to anyone at any time, you know, because that's him in character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
he's so good at cutting a promo that he did it this week laying down.
I know.
He essentially cut a promo from his sleep.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, it's not really worth going over the promo because if you watched his State of Wrestling address, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I do like how he's still holding true that he can't cut a promo 2 weeks in a row. You know, like, you notice that? Like, he did the State of the Wrestling, and then you got like the backstage segment, and now he's back out again.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, he's true with that. He's not allowed to be in the ring 2 weeks back to back. But yeah, Mox's music hits, which he doesn't expect because he believes Mox is at home. He sends the guys up the entranceway because Mox usually enters through the crowd. Of course, we all saw this coming. Mox came in from behind, hit him with the craziest paradigm shift. Essentially, it was a brain buster. And then left. Mox says, this doesn't make us even because of last week's interference. We're not going to be even until they face off. When is it they face off again? It's All Out, right?
All Out.
All Out too. Yep. Yeah, and that's when they'll settle the score. Yeah. So, Katie, what happened with Matt Hardy?
So he was doing an interview and he's talking about how much he wants to get at Sammy for the chair shot last week. And I mean, if you watch Being the Elite, ironically enough, I'm wearing the Being Elite shirt. He kind of brought back his like multiple multiple personalities or whatever.
He's like slipping into all of the personalities now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he attacks some guy who looks like Sammy.
Hey, look, if you're gonna walk around Matt Hardy wearing a hat and leather jacket, you better wave the man down and be like, "I'm not Sammy Guevara," okay? Because they did find somebody with the same body type, and that had to have been Sammy's jacket.
It
Matt beat
definitely
the
was.
piss out of that ref, man. Matt says he'll be cleared for next week. The thing is like, story-wise, do they let him wrestle at this point? He attacked an official, like Nyla Rose got suspended for, or wait, no, I'm thinking Nia Jax. Never mind, wrong show, wrong brand.
Well, I mean, Nyla did get like put off TV for a while because she put, I think, like Rick Knox through a table.
That is true. Okay, my statement
Yeah,
stands correct.
yeah, she did.
All right.
So, I mean, storyline-wise, they might not let him wrestle. Or if Sammy ends up having a match, he'll just get involved, is my guess.
I got to think with them plugging it like that, he's allowed to come back 10 days, which is exactly the day that, is August 22nd, that he's going to wrestle. Like, I can't, I mean, I there's an off chance that he won't, but I don't see it.
Yeah. So apparently I stand corrected, because last week I told you guys I went over and I watched the replay like habitually and everything to see if him getting busted open was a work or if it was like or if he really got busted. Apparently he did get busted open.
Yeah.
Apparently he did.
I was gonna bring that up because what I read is that Sammy couldn't find like the chair he was supposed to throw at him.
Yeah.
And he kind of just panicked and picked up a chair and threw it. And it wasn't the right one. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It was still brutal, man. It was brutal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what followed that? We got the Cody what do you guys think of the new belt?
Love it.
Pretty good, right?
Better than the other one. I think that the biggest offender, the thing that I don't like about that belt is the red strap. Frankly,
Yeah.
Really?
like
I mean,
it goes like the red and gold is a lot better. Don't get me wrong, because like the red and silver kind of just look like a crushed Budweiser can or some shit to me. So, but yeah, I mean this is better. I don't. It's not laughable,
Yeah.
It's
I like it. I'm
good.
into it.
Yeah.
Really quick, compared to the two newest titles, you got the TNT title and then the new United States title. Which one do you like more?
I'd probably say. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say I think I like the TNT title.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the American U.S. title.
U.S. title.
Yeah, WWE.
I'll sit on the fence. I'll leave it a tie.
What a non-committal asshole!
Oh.
So
take a stand, you little.
Yeah, I leave that for unpopular wrestling opinions. That's where you're not allowed to be on the fence. So you have the TNT Championship match between Cody with the new belt. He's got a full entourage. Got Brandy, Dustin, QT, Arn, and Allie out there. They even got the graphic like backdrop banner, really giving it that MMA/boxing vibe for Cody's entrance. And then poor Scorpio Sky, just like any other wrestling match.
His new music is fire, though.
Yeah,
I love that. I love his entrance music.
Yeah, man. This was it had a really good hype to it. I was excited. I was really pulling for Scorpio Sky, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Me
too.
I forget who theorized it with me, but they said that when Cody got the new belt, that would be when he should drop it. And let his legacy be with the unfinished belt.
I don't know if you theorized that with me, but I remember like reading that, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. And then, so that's why I thought Scorpio Sky was gonna win too, honestly.
Yeah. The match was good. Cody was kind of cocky. That also kind of gives me like another thing that irks me was Cody really did come across pretty cocky in the ring. I don't think like pulling those heel vibes, but I kind of was like, man, that makes once again kind of makes sense for your downfall. Kind of makes sense on why you could lose with and still retain an excuse. No, man, the story was pretty much well, for one, also before we get into this, AEW has effectively stolen Mike Chioda from WWE. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
It's pretty badass
I popped
to see
for that
Chioda
too.
out there.
Yeah,
Do
you
think
all
he's gonna?
popped in the chat.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna be?
Yeah,
in
we did.
the big matches, or should we still keep it as what's the female ref's name? I'm sorry, I forget.
Aubrey.
Yeah, Aubrey.
I still like Aubrey as your number one ref. I'm not gonna lie.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, he's an easy number 2.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like. I mean, he refed that match, which I would say was an important match when you know, and the main event tonight. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think they, you know, that shows that they trust him and
I
want
don't think
him to.
Aubrey was out there tonight, was she?
Nope.
I don't remember seeing her.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Yeah. But, during the match, we got a couple things. Yeah, you had Sky going after Cody's ribs, and but when it came down to the end, Sky kicked out of a crossroads, but he failed to pin Cody, and he got frustrated. Took too long. He missed a cutter. Got hit with a second crossroads. Was finished, and then while still in the ring, Brody Lee appeared on the Tron, present with the old belt. Is officially challenging Cody to just the Saturday, right? The next episode, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In which he promises to exchange the belts. He's gonna win the new belt and then just give Cody the old belt. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
What was also weird was him hitting that note TikTok.
Yeah. Was that trust me, I thought that too. I was like, yo, is that a jab at Karrion Kross and Scarlett?
You want me to believe that Brody Lee all of a sudden says TikTok?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Out of nowhere
yeah.
by complete coincidence. I mean, I ain't mad at it, but yeah, that one still felt like that was pretty forced. Oh well, whatever. Didn't we already get Brody and Cody? I want to say at one point.
I don't
think so. We got Brody and Moxley at one point.
Yeah, I saw somebody saying that this was like a rerun. Like they were saying that like we already got it. I don't think they found each other.
I mean, maybe in WWE, but like I have no idea about that.
Yeah.
Stardust
against Luke.
Yeah, I can't even think of like a WWE match between the two of them either.
No, yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
But I'm almost positive it hasn't happened in AEW.
I don't think it has either.
I'm
I just saw a
certain,
random tweet and it kind of threw my psyche off. Wally says the TikTok is an homage, not a jab. I didn't think it was a jab. I just thought it was just kind of weird. Because I definitely didn't take it as like an insult. If you're going to insult the competitor, you don't steal a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely not an insult.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, but like, isn't the ultimate insult in wrestling to use like somebody's finisher on them to like win the match?
Oh.
So like, if you're you know cutting a promo on somebody and you're using their catchphrase, wouldn't that kind of be the same thing?
Guess so. Yeah, maybe.
I guess.
Tommy Streamer in the chat says we have not gotten Brody versus Cody. Okay, thank you. Whoever that was,
Brody
just
Cody.
way off. Kev, what'd you think of the second title match? The Jurassic Express taking on Kenny and Hangman Page.
Yo, it was lit, you know. Of course it is anytime Kenny Omega and Adam Page are in a match, but I really like what they've been doing with Jurassic Express. And big shout out to Luchasaurus when he looks in the mic or in the camera and he's like, "Hey mom, it only took 65 million years, but a dinosaur finally has a title shot." I legitimately LOL'd when he did that shit. That was so good. But you know, it was a really strong and good match. I like like I said, I like what they're doing with Jurassic Express, like how they're using Marco's stunt to like create a little bit of like offense and have him there, but he's not like, he's kind of just flavoring instead of like a real in-ring guy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Luchasaurus is always good. I mean, these kicks are devastating as shit. Jungle Boy is a future, you know, star for sure. I think it's only a matter of time before those guys start winning titles. you know. So
would
I mean,
hope
it's cool
so.
that they got their shot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Kenny Omega and Paige, you know, pull it
Hell
out.
yeah. I like that Luchasaurus helped Marco Stunt get a little bit of revenge on Kenny by
Yeah.
like gorilla pressing him across the whole ring and just
Yep.
launching him like a lawn dart. I'm always all about that. A lot of people hate on Marco Stunt. I like
Hey,
him.
you know what, Tommy Streamer? That's exactly what I'm saying. Margot Stunt is a garnish.
A garnish.
That's a good way to put it, frankly.
I kind of agree though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, that is a really good way to put it.
Like, I think, okay, so look at it like this. I think he's the halfway point between a manager that gets involved in a match and a pro wrestler.
Yep.
Like, I think that's one of his best roles is just they're not heels, so you it's kind of odd to see a babyface cutting corners, letting their third man try to get a lick in or two.
Yeah.
But I think Marco Stunt has a place in the company. A lot of people just like get him off TV. Like I don't understand. Like there are people I want off TV, and just I've never gotten that feeling about Marco Stunt.
Yeah, no, me either. I don't know.
I love Marco.
Tommy Streamer and you, Kevin, just got Standing Streamer to do a spit take with that Marco Stunt's a garnish. That's a good way to put it, man.
It really is. Thank you, Tommy Streamer.
Katie, what'd you think of the title match? Do you have any take on it?
I always love, like Kevin was saying, like I love the dynamic of Paige and Omega, like because they're both so fucking quick. It amazes me every time I watch. And I since I have the chat up, I saw my girl Savannah. She was like, "Hangman's my man. Tell him, Katie." And I know she loves Hangman. So I also think like Jungle Boy definitely, in my opinion, is the star of Jurassic Express, because that kid's like been wrestling for like 5 years, maybe, has all the potential in the world.
It's like the Prodigy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The man's picking it up so fast.
The match that he had with MJF a few months ago,
amazing,
brilliant. That was so good.
I can't wait for MJF to be the heel AEW champion and Jungle Boy to be coming up and having a badass feud with MJF.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
They're the few. They could be the future of the company for like the next 10, 15 years. Those two.
Exactly.
At least have a highlight feud of a year. You know what I mean? Absolutely. There's a lot of bigger guys, so obviously you can't tie up the world title between two small guys forever.
Oh yeah.
But you can definitely give them a couple months. I think,
well, I'm saying you could have like a hot feud with him for a while, let it cool off, and do it several times, really.
Just do it, yeah, absolutely,
and have it be believable, you know.
Yeah.
So,
no, I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Got a quick segment of Santana and Ortiz backstage destroying the best friends' belongings with bleach. I mean, that's all it really was. It was just a little touch on.
Yeah.
We saw best friends later.
Having...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. It feels like they're just having like this prank war like on steroids or something. Best friends and Santana and Ortiz.
Well, it's not really a war. Best friends hasn't retaliated.
Yeah, I was about to say the best friends. Someone better tell them that it's a war, because right now it's a one-sided beating.
That's true. Well, they did. They were like, "Hey, say you're sorry," which was like,
it's not a prank.
It's not a prank. Yeah. Right now they're the kids getting the wedgies. Okay.
They'll get them back. Mark my I do swear on Rob Roode, they will get them back.
Yeah, I know Rob would be beside himself by this point. Like, why the fuck have the best friends not been champion yet? Oh man. Okay, so let's break down the segment. This segment wasn't really the cleanest one, but the ending got a good message across, I think. You go out to the ring. I think this is essentially the tag team appreciation segment of the night. This is why the episode was labeled this. And what you have is you have FTR lined up with Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, squaring off across from the Rock and Roll Express and the Young Bucks. Essentially, through the promos, you just got the dynamic that the Young Bucks are the new Rock and Roll Express, FTR are the new Horsemen,
Yep.
And they're getting endorsed by Arn and the Rock and Roll Express. The new tag teams obviously are. But eventually, Tully talked some fucking sense and was like, look, we can all jerk each other off, but none of you guys are fucking champions. Okay, no one here has gold yet. And here you guys are talking about how great we all are. Which I resonated the second that I was like, no, I mean, I think Omega and Hangman Page probably have claims to the best tag team right now. They've only been holding the championship for over 200 days at this point.
Yeah.
But as Tully starts to talk again, I think it was Ricky Morton, I want to say, hit Tully, and then you had kind of like a scuffle. At one point, Sean Spears comes out to, I'm still here kind of thing. And please pay attention to me.
Basically.
Yes. And then
I honestly feel kind of bad for the guy, if I'm being honest, because it's just like,
came over with a lot of hype, and just they haven't done anything with him.
Yeah, he's so good too. Like they're not really giving him a chance,
bro. And it's not like he's that young. Like I think he's like 40. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think he's that young.
Like you gotta use him before you lose him.
I don't think he's that old, is he?
I'm pretty sure, man. Google it while I'm finishing up this.
Somebody tell us.
Yeah, somebody here in the live chat, look up how old Sean Spears is. All right. But anyways, it ends up with Arn and Tully on the outside of the ring, Young Bucks on the outside trying to cool shit down. The Rock and Roll Express are distracted, and then the FTR turn. I think this is an official heel turn. I would think so.
Yeah.
They absolutely destroy the Rock and Roll Express. I believe Ricky Morton ended up getting assisted tombstone or assisted pile driver.
Yeah.
Which this is the second time these guys have gotten destroyed on AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of like 3 appearances, they've gotten completely decimated twice. Maybe go start just visiting WWE. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe they like putting over the young talent. I don't know. I mean, really. I respect what they're doing at the age that they are. Holy shit!
Standing Streamer says 39. So I was.
Oh, okay. You were close. You were close.
The fact that one of them can do a fucking Canadian Destroyer, which of course really falls on the guy taking it, but still,
yeah.
It's pretty badass. But yeah, of course, Hangman Page and Kenny Omega come out. Now you have this dynamic of the line has been kind of drawn in the sand. Where are your allegiances going to lie, Hangman Page? Of course, this is where I think the catalyst is. Hangman probably plays pacifist for a week or two, maybe All Out 2. He finally turns on the Elite, joins FTR. That's my prediction. Or joins FTR. Okay, I was right.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I could totally see that. I mean, it's inevitable that either Kenny's going to turn on Page or Page is going to turn on Kenny. It's like, it's going to happen. The tension is so goddamn thick every time those guys cut a promo together. It's unbelievable. Like I'm ready for them to just start beating the shit out of each other when they're just talking.
The problem with Kenny turning on Page is you would then create a heel Kenny aligned with face Young Bucks facing off a face Hangman Page with heel FTR, and that sounds complicated as shit.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm just saying that, like, no, I feel like whatever, betrayal is going to happen. It's going to happen soon, sooner rather than later. Cause like, it's been teased for how long, like their whole goddamn championship run, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's gotta be how it ends, right?
Right. No, I mean, it can't end no other way. Like now the line has to be drawn. You're going to have the Elite be like, what what the fuck, man? Like,
Yeah.
like every week, yeah. Throwaway segment backstage. Chris Jericho pushing Kyoto to favor him in his main event match with Orange Cassidy. Kind of like saying, like, wink, wink, when the time comes, do the right thing, Kyoto. And I might save your job for a second time. Which I didn't know that was the first time.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Anyone in the live chat, y'all know the story of Chris Jericho saving Kyoto's job? Is that a real thing? And then, oh yeah, right here. No, I was wrong about the Sheeta notes. It's actually 4 words. Sheeta retains Heather Monroe.
Well, I mean, that's about it. Honestly, the only thing of note that I thought happened was what Heather Monroe, she countered the Falcon Arrow, which I thought was kind of dope. But other than that, it was all Sheeta. Well, no, it wasn't all Sheeta, but Sheeta won right after that.
Yeah, because they don't do that. They don't do the squash matches for Sheeta. They let. I mean, they really don't do the squash matches too much, anyways.
Right. But I mean, it was basically a throwaway time. It was just an excuse to get
a palate cleanser, essentially.
Yeah, palate cleanser, and it was, I think, what it really was a device to try and get Sheeta in the All Out picture, which is cool. I'm into that, you know.
Yeah, they really need to build up a competitor. I mean, I do feel for AEW having a lot of their top talent right now just locked up with either injury and other stuff, but you've got people you can do something with. I mean, I'm not going to get into the criticism with the women's tag team tournament right now, although I will go on record saying that shit needs to be on TV. Like,
well, the finals will be next week, I think.
Yeah, but like this is a chance to
build
the whole
new
talent, to build the division.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a huge cop out on AEW's part, I thought.
See, we're not complete shills on the show, all right? Yeah. I guess my stream is just the one that lacks. I hope we're still live because my shit's froze again. And this, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first Jake the Snake promo to not hit this week? Because this week, this promo really felt fucking stupid. At least the ending.
Yeah.
Made it feel fucking dumb as shit.
I didn't connect with me either, honestly.
It just made me like feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like it started off all right, you know,
but then
it took
throwing dudes and it's weird.
Yeah, like I still like the idea of Jake the Snake delivering a promo while Lance Archer is just destroying random no-names in the locker room. I find it fucking hilarious. But then for Archer to like come to him and be like, "Did you tell him?" And he's like, "No," and then he just rips off Jake the Snake's shirt and it's just written, "Everybody dies." Like, what I'm wondering is, A, how the fuck did you write that on his back? Like, were you like, "Jake, this is gonna be really cool, man, come here." Like, can someone lay out the scenario where the writing happened? Was Jake the Snake just passed out from a heavy session of DDP yoga? And it was kind of like a fucking prank or something? And he was like, maybe. "Oh, I'm so going to show this to Dynamite."
That's true.
I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
I was scratching my head. It was just, okay, I guess this is Jake the Snake and Lance Archer. Yeah, it was just completely, it was bonkers to me. I don't know,
the
man.
Backstage footage of them prepping this. I gotta know at this point.
Yeah, now I'm real curious. So
I'm telling you, man, that's more interesting than how the segment played out.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna draw on your back and rip your shirt off. It'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's
that's the pitch. I guess.
Wally the Green Monster said, "I would assume that Jake fell asleep during tapings." I mean, it makes sense, but does he sleep with his shirt off? I mean, I don't know.
I still feel like you would wake up to someone writing on your back, but I don't know.
The mystery is intriguing.
Nah. If you drink enough.
But that's the thing is, Jake is on the record sober. His life was saved by DDP yoga. in
Yeah,
DDP.
Kev.
Yeah, man, where you at?
Apparently not up to date with my Jake the Snake.
Apparently.
So
Apparently not.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's get over the final match of the night, the main event. You had the Best Friends and Inner Circle were banned from ringside during Orange Cassidy taking on Chris Jericho. Cassidy came out really hot, man. He didn't hold back. There was no like comedic gimmick other than the spot where Jericho was outside and Cassidy put his hands in his pockets and leapt from the top ropes to the outside. All right. That's fucking terrifying. Please don't do that again, Cassidy. Like,
well, he started to do his whole thing at the beginning. Jericho came at him and he ducked, and then
yeah.
So it was.
I'm not gonna lie though. As great as these guys were, there was a couple botches and it was on Jericho, I believe. Maybe.
I think so.
I'm not a pro wrestler, you know what I mean? So just from what I observed, during the match, at one point Cassidy was able to withstand the walls of Jericho / Lion Tamer, and he went to do a dragon screw, and kind of Chris Jericho just awkwardly fell down, and so did Cassidy, and he went into an ankle lock. So there was that botch.
Yeah.
You had at one point Cassidy kicked out of the code breaker. Jericho wanted to use Floyd the bat.
Floyd.
Yeah.
And Kyoto finally showed where he stands, and he's not going to be a pushover. He took the bat from Jericho. Best Friends in Inner Circle brawled at the top of the ramp. This allowed Hager to come in and get a move in while the ref was distracted. But Cassidy was still able to withstand. At one point, I think, like I said, he kicked out of a code breaker. But the finish did come down to this mousetrap pin.
Yeah.
That just, it didn't look smooth. Well, I guess that's what you could say.
It didn't, but like I was into it though. I don't know, because
I was into the story. Like, take nothing away from this. I really love that Orange Cassidy got the win. I'm just not gonna sit here and say it was a 5-star match and it blew us all away. No, there was some botching in the match. I'm just gonna call it like it was.
No,
honestly,
for sure.
We're enough of shills as it is from every other week, so
I don't give a fuck about that. But no, I mean, I'm saying I thought like botches aside, which you're right, and I'm not saying that they, you should ignore that. I thought this was more exciting than their first match.
Yeah, the stakes were higher. I mean, you had $7,000 of Orange Cassidy's money on the line.
And I thought they were like cooler spots and stuff like that.
The hands in the pockets off the top ropes to the outside.
Jesus Christ,
blows my mind.
That was like
you have
almost...
to have the most trust in your dance partner.
Oh yeah,
to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was essentially a friggin' coffin drop with his hands in his pockets.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, like, but no, and I mean, this sets the stage for, a rubber match between them too, which is, I'm all about that.
I say I say don't even do a rubber match. I say don't even do it unless it's like really far down the road. Here's why. I don't want to see either of these guys. I mean, granted, we complain about WWE's 50-50 booking, but I feel like Orange Cassidy benefits here. It wasn't a fluke win. He fought off through the walls of Jericho, the code breaker. He was able to avoid the Judas effect. He even fought off Jake Hager. That win is respected. I feel like that win is tangible. I don't need to see him prove himself again. And then same with Jericho. I think whoever would lose this match, like a rubber match, would get knocked down a peg. And I kind of like the idea of them both being elevated to the top. At this point, Cassidy has claims for a world title shot. He's one of 3 men to pin Jericho in AEW.
That's true.
That's enough in my books.
No, I hear you. I think that those are all valid points. I mean, Jericho kind of pulled out all the stops, did everything he could, used his best moves, used all of his friends. Yeah, I mean, you're right. But sometime down the line, that could be another match. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I just
you're
don't
right.
think it's nothing that we need in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, because I mean, like initially, I was thinking like maybe it all out, give them like a really 25-minute, half an hour match or something. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, I mean, right now, you're right. I can say it again. You're right. Hey, Kyle, guess what?
Look, man,
You're
you
right.
already have the job. It's okay. You don't need to keep
Relax.
firing me. All right, you were hired like a year ago.
Don't. I'll still steal your wife. Doesn't matter.
Oh, here we go. I've been on 2 streams, and Jess is a hot commodity here.
Fucking show, Kevin. Oh,
God damn, Kevin.
God, dude.
Not gonna happen. Not ever gonna happen.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, that was the show.
But you are right.
Katie, I'll go ahead. Me and Kevin, kind of just went back and forth. I'll let you go ahead and sign the show. Well, not necessarily sign the show off, but give us the final thoughts on this episode, and then maybe what we might expect on All Out or Saturday, whatever. You go ahead, talk us through some of this.
I mean, overall, Dynamite wasn't bad. We talked about how there was some stuff we weren't necessarily feeling, and like especially in that main event, there were quite a few botches that didn't sit with me. It went so fast for Saturday. I scribbled as fast as I could. So there seems to be a lot of tag team next week, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, when they first pitched the like tag team appreciation, it was supposed to be like 2 nights. I could be wrong.
Oh.
I don't actually know. I might have just been hearing things.
Well,
I wouldn't be surprised.
That makes sense with what they did with like Fyter Fest and stuff. So I could totally see that.
Yeah, because it's FTR and Private Party, which will be a fantastic match because they're so different. Mm-hmm. The main elite, so the Bucks and Kenny versus the Dark Order, which I think was like Reynolds, Silver, and I have no idea who the third person is because it went too fast.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's Reynolds and Silver, they're getting fucking destroyed.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I don't give them any chance.
Tommy Streamer says you're right, by the way. He believes it is a 2-night thing.
Oh. See?
Oh.
Look at me go.
Yeah. Somebody's competent here.
Not me. I don't know who you think is. Not me.
It's definitely not me.
We got the finals of the women's tag team tournament, which I haven't watched this past one, so I gotta watch and kind of catch up on that. There's an 8-man tag. It's Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade versus Jurassic Express and whatever Dustin and QT are calling themselves, Nightmare something.
Part of the Nightmare family, Nightmare
Brothers. Is that
Nightmare something? I don't know. Yeah. And then we just get Darby in action. So
the Nightmare Experience.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, next week seems like it'll be great. I mean, just looking at it on paper, it seems like it'll be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I have high hopes, but we'll have to see.
That's great. No, perfect. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that sucks is we got to wait 10 days now.
I know.
Yeah, geez.
Yes.
Well, anyways, thank you guys for joining us. We'll stick around on the live stream for a little bit after we go off here. And then, of course, you can go ahead and hit us up in Discord for the Smacked After Dark while I go ahead and upload and edit this episode. It'll be cool to chat with some of you guys. But like always, man, until next time, you guys have a good one.
I'll keep going. I don't care.
There we go.